Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. We're back with episode 7 of Pickpocket Bets. Today we got a pretty good NBA slate, not a very big NHL slate, but I have a couple of picks that I really like today. I know I've been very inconsistent with my posting, and that's completely on me. I need to kind of start figuring out my schedule a little bit better around this, but I'm gonna continue doing it. There might be a new co-host or new host in the future, or excuse me, like co-host in the future that I have on with me. So look out for that. One of my friends, Evan, gave some interest in it, so I might get him on the podcast. But let's get right into things. So, like I said, I apologize for the inconsistency last night. I hit for $330. It was here, I'll show you actually on my phone, so that you guys believe me. Well, just one second. Let me pull up my FanDuel account. So I hit this yesterday. It was Lakers money line. Is it gonna? Yeah, there we go. Lakers money line. I know it's backwards, but you can see it. Lakers money line. LeBron over 25. And that cash for 329. And then I tailed this guy from TikTok. This was so frustrating. Harrison Barnes uh couldn't score two more points. So I lost 200 on that, but that would have gave me 350. I was 4 to 5. And then I had this two-legger. It was just net spread. Sorry, this is like horrible with the lighting. It was net spread and Warriors spread. I cashed that for like 130. So I've been hitting the past few days, but I've just been kind of doing smaller stuff. I'm really trying to focus on like high value picks that I can kind of throw a lot on because the thing with going for value all the time is that you can't really guarantee yourself when something's like plus 400. Like that's just it's not unrealistic, but that's why it's 4 times your money because the odds of it happening are so low. So I'm really confident in my picks today. I did a really big data scrap for this episode just because I wanted to have like one where I think I'm giving you guys locks. And so let's just get right into it. So for the NBA today, starting off Sixers Magic. I'm gonna check right now because Joel Embiid was considered a game time decision. And let's see if that's changed. So Embiid's still a game time decision. My guess is he plays. Usually when it says that this late, close to the game time, he's gonna play. I have Sixers money line. They did just lose to the Magic like 2 days ago or yesterday. I think they're gonna bounce. I don't think they lose two in a row to the Magic at home. So I'm taking Sixers money line, even though it's minus 460. I would just put that in a parlay if I were you. And I would take the over 230.5. I like that number a lot. I think that both teams are going to score enough points to hit that over. And then we're going to move on to Portland versus Memphis. Desmond Bane was a game time decision. He was ruled in, which I'm happy about because I already placed the bet. I'm taking Memphis money line in this game. They're at home. I know it's minus 255, but like I said, throw in a parlay. I think that's a pretty safe leg. And with that too, I actually like the under 239 in this game. I just have a feeling that it's not going to have 240 combined points. Like I said, over unders are pretty subjective, so I can't guarantee you an over under is going to hit. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. That's why it's a bet, but I really do think that the Grizzlies will win the game. So you can bet on that. And then we have Brooklyn visiting Boston. Sadly, Katie's still out, which sucks. But I think that Boston plus 9, excuse me, the Nets plus 9. I think that's a pretty safe play. I don't like spreads very often, but if you wanted to take that, it's minus 110 instead of taking Boston money line minus 410. I just took Boston money line and put it into a parlay. Like basically the Sixers, Grizzlies, and Boston. I think that's a pretty safe three-legger. I'm not taking that just because I don't think there's a lot of value. But like if you're someone that wants to do that, then go ahead. But I think that the Celtics win this game, even though Kyrie will go off. I'll get into that later. Even though I think Kyrie will go off because it's against the Celtics, I would still bank on the Celtics winning the game. And I like the over 224 in that game a lot, actually. I think that's going to hit. And then you got Thunder visiting the Rockets, and Jalen Green's out. and someone else was out too. Jalen Green's out and Kevin Porter Jr., who's been out for a while. I think the Thunder are a lock. I would not touch the spread. I would definitely just take OKC money line by itself. I do not trust -6 at all, but I think they'll win the game. And they did lose the first game against the Rockets this year, but with no Jalen Green, I just think it's going to be hard for the point outburst to kind of come from someone else. I mean, Sengun's been really, really good lately, but I think the Thunder are a safe bet. You have Shai playing well, Giddey's healthy. Dort's out, which Dort's a good player. Pokashevsky's been out for a while, but he's also not playing. But I think the Thunder pull this one out. I would take money line, and I also think that 232.5, that's too high. I'm taking the under. I just don't think that like I said, over unders are weird because I feel like I'm wrong on them a good amount. I don't like over 232.5. I think that's too many points. And then next up, we got the Warriors visiting the Timberwolves. The Warriors have been really bad this year on the road, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt when you got Steph, Clay, and Jordan Poole. I mean, everyone's healthy. I mean, they got their championship 5 back. So I expect the Warriors to win this. They're only -165. Maybe this is a fishy line and it's a trap game. If I had more funds right now to bet, I'd throw like 165 to win 100 on Warriors money line. I think it's a lock. I placed other bets today, and I'm trying to pay. I mean, it doesn't really matter for you guys, but I'm booking a trip in the future, so I got to use some funds for that hotel room. So I'm kind of saving some money right at this moment. But if I were you, I would put 165 to win 100 on Golden State money line. I think that's a lock. I have it in a 4-leg parlay that I'll talk about later, and then and I think that in this game, the over 238 is a good number. Minnesota doesn't play defense, and like neither do the Warriors. I think over 238 is a fair number. I think it'll go over. And then the Raptors are playing excuse me, did I skip something? I did. Kings at Spurs. Kings money line for sure. Like at -310, throw it in a parlay. Should be safe. I'll talk about that later. I actually have it. So I would take Kings money line. And I do like under 244.5 just because I think that, like, I don't know. I find it hard to bet on, like, the Spurs are so bad, even though they're kind of a good under team. The Spurs are bad and the Kings are good. I just, something tells me that it's going to be under 244.5. That's a lot of points. And like I said, I could be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling. And then we got the Raptors visiting Utah. And like I said earlier, I did a huge data scrap today. I was going through a bunch of like I have a player prop for you for this episode that I love. I think it's gonna hit 100%. But just for this game, I was looking at like Conley and Jordan Clarkson like on StatMuse, which, I mean, it may not be the best place, but at least it tells you the facts. And they're just like, they have not really ever had like good games against Toronto. And I think that's just because of Toronto's size with, Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam and Gary Trent's still not short. I mean, it's like 6'8". So I think that Toronto's length makes this a difficult matchup for the Jazz. Even though it's at home, I'm going to take the Raptors in this game. I think Raptors money line is value. They're actually the underdog. I think they're like +110. I mean, it's not horrible, but I would take Raptors money line. I think that's hitting. And I also would take over 230.5. It's gonna be a pretty high scoring game. Both these teams tend to hit the overs most of the time. So I'm going to stick with my gut and go with over 230.5 on this. And then the last but not least tonight, we have Atlanta visiting Phoenix. Trae Young is considered a game time decision, but it says he's probable. And if someone's probable, they're going to play. So Trae Young should be back tonight. I do like Atlanta money line. During the data scrap, Trae Young's averaged like 27 points in his career against the Suns, and he's 5-3 against Phoenix in Phoenix. I do really like the Hawks as plus odds. Devin Booker's still out. I mean, he's been out for a while, and I mean the rest of that. I think the Hawks win the game. It'll be close. It's going to be a close game, but I think the Hawks pull it out. And for this game, I would take over 232.5. I feel like it's going to be like 117 to 115, or like 117 to like 119 to 118. I mean, it's going to be a close game. If you guys want to go do correct scores, don't quote me on it, but it's going to be close. And then for the NHL today, these games are really tough. But I'm just gonna kind of like stick with home ice advantage. First off, we got the Boston Bruins visiting the Maple Leafs, and if you just look at the recent matchups, Toronto won at home and then Boston won at home, so they both won on their home ice. I'm going to give Toronto the edge here. Boston is actually like for the best team in hockey statistically. They've lost 3 out of their last 5. I kind of like the Maple Leafs at home. It's really hard to fade the Bruins, but plus odds on your home ice and the Leafs are a great team. I'm going to take the Leafs. And then we have Carolina at Buffalo. First time these teams played, Carolina won 5-3. Just based off their last 5 games each. I'm going to give the edge to Buffalo and with the home ice advantage. I think Buffalo wins the game. So I'm taking both the home teams in hockey today. That's just how I feel about it. And then for the Maple Leafs game, I'm sticking with over 5.5. I think it's going to be like 5-2 or like 4-2. And then for the Sabres game, I'm going over in both, over 6.5. I say it's a higher goal scoring game. Both the teams average like 3 goals a game and average giving up like 2.5. So it's definitely going to be a dogfight, but I expect both the home ice teams to pull out with a win and both the overs to hit. And so then I'll get into I think this is a lock and a half. Like I put 50, I put 47 on this to win 200. And so, I mean, it's a pretty, there's a lot of favorites. I mean, there's very heavy favorites in this parlay, but it's player prop thing. I think this is a lock. You guys should tail it. So first leg is going to be Harden 6 assists, just 6 assists or more. And then we're going to go Anthony Simmons, 20 points or more. And then we're going to go Kyrie Irving, 20 points or more. And then we're going to go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 25 points or more. And then we're going to go with, oh, you know what? I actually took Shai 20. I just took him to score 20. I didn't do 25. I had that written wrong in my notes. I'm just going to read off FanDuel. So yeah, so you're going to start off with Harden, just 6 assists. Anthony Simmons to score 20 points. Kyrie Irving to score 20 points. I like that a lot. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 20 points or more. Steph Curry, 20 points or more. Andrew Wiggins, 15 points or more. Lauri Markkanen, 15 points or more. And DeJounte Murray, 15 points or more. And the odds on that are plus 317. And I can just show you my phone again. She has like 47 to win like 197. But yeah, I think that's a lock. I need to find a better way of like showing you guys stuff on my phone instead of just holding my phone up to the camera. That does not work, and I know it doesn't. One of my friend Evan that I was talking about actually has much more editing software than I do. So I'm hoping that once we start kind of merging on the podcast, we can start getting like, you know, some visuals up on the screen just to make it easier for you guys to follow what's going on. That would definitely be more helpful for the audience. And the last parlay of the day I have for you guys that you should tail is it's gonna be a 4-leg parlay plus 503. So I put 20 to win 100. And it's gonna be Golden State Warriors money line, Sacramento Kings money line, Oklahoma City Thunder money line, and Atlanta Hawks money line. That 4-legger. I think that player prop parlay and that 4-legger should win you some money today. That's what I'm planning on for me. Yeah. So overall, that's really all I got for today. I don't know if I mentioned it, but like I do always make one parlay where I take every money line I told you and I take every over under I told you, and then I also add the hockey slate in, because on FanDuel you can add as many legs as you want as long as the rules allow you to. So everything so there's 18 picks today, including all the NBA games, the over-unders, all the hockey games. And for some reason, you can't add hockey over-unders to these parlays. So I just stick with the NBA money lines, the NBA over-unders, and then add the hockey games in. And I put down $6 to win 100,000. Is that going to hit? Probably not. That's why the payout's $100,000. But I mean, I don't take the time to do all these picks for no reason. So you know, it's one of those things where like you could always have like having your foot in the door is always better than not. You could throw $1 on it for all I care, but I mean, when your odds are plus 1,655,518, anything plus a million, I'll throw $1 on. Like, why not? So anyway, yeah, those are my picks for today. Let's go make some money, boys. Thanks for all the love and support. I know I haven't been consistent enough. I need to start getting more consistent. But yeah, please leave a like, please subscribe, and please, like I said, comment any of your plays, any of your picks. The best thing is when, like, if you guys have watched these and then you come back to it, you can be like, oh dude, you were so wrong on this, or like, oh, this hit, so that everyone else can know. And I also got to start doing like TikTok and Twitter and stuff to start getting the podcast more circulated. But overall, definitely any support is greatly appreciated. So thank you guys a lot and have a great day. Let's go make some money.